morning, everyone, and welcome to the Unified Robotics Competition 2021 launch. My name is Sarah Satrawi, and I am your host for the day. I'd like to start by congratulating all of the participating teams for being part of one of the most exciting and innovative programs the Special Olympics has to offer. I wish you guys all the best in your journey. First on our agenda today is a video of Delaney Foster and the start of the movement of Robotics for All. I'll leave you to it.
Okay, go.
I want the world to know that my sister has so many abilities. In early elementary school, things are coming more natural for me than they were coming for Kendall. But I never really thought like, oh, she's different than me. And I never ever thought that she was less smart than me.
Good running.
Tell Daddy you're being a good girl.
ASD stands for the autism spectrum disorder. And that's what Kendall's diagnosed with. My robotics team was like my whole entire life in high school, and Kendall wasn't a part of that. When she's at home, she just gets herself into trouble, and it's all just because of the lack of attention and lack of friends.
My name's Kendall Foster, and I'm at autism. This is my calibrator.
There's so many individuals with special needs. That population is huge, and there's so many people now who love STEM. And what if we came up with a robotics program for high school students with special needs? My very first step was going to my robotics coach, and he was like, I don't think that our team has time to do this right now, but give a pitch to the team and it's up to them. I wrote a little pitch and presented it to our team, and it was a quick second of like pause, everyone just staring at each other to see if anybody else was raising their hand, and all of a sudden the whole entire room had their hands up. I just realized that this world needs a program like this, and nobody else has started it, so I guess I'll just do it. About 15 students with special needs were interested and showed up to that first meeting. They were paired one-on-one so that it was an inclusive environment. For about 6 weeks after school, all the teams built their robot, and then at the end of the 6 weeks, they competed. It just made a huge event. There was a couple hundred people there. Just to be able to see how much all of those people had changed within 6 weeks. It was so cool.
My sister started this for me. I know, it's really awesome. You make new friends.
This year we have 40 different unified robotics teams. It empowers them to know that they can do things by teaching them new skills, by building confidence. I mean, how cool is that they build and program a robot? The technology industry is really moving toward neurodiverse hiring, and there are jobs for all types of levels of ability. They're a gift to industry and to companies.
I believe that diversity includes disability. Our society can learn so much from individuals with special needs. We always focus on their disabilities instead of their abilities, and that is something that Unified Robotics is changing.
Let's fast forward to the year 2019. In that year, Special Olympics UAE hosted an exceptional World Games event that happened in Abu Dhabi. Inspired by our incredible athletes and the tremendous support that we've had, it sparked a momentum that we captured and capitalized on to create, before the end of that year, our Unified Robotics competition in 2019. Now join me to watch the great success this competition held in the UAE back then. unified teams who joined us in the pre-season training, and to the new teams who are joining us for the first time in the 2021 competition. Now, let's have a quick rundown of all the participating schools.
Hi everybody, my name is Khawla Barley, and on behalf of Special Olympics UAE, I would like to welcome you all to a very special edition of Unified Robotics for 2021. I want to start out by giving a huge thank you to each and every one of our coaches who has worked really hard for the last few weeks to get all of their teams assembled and ready for competition. So thank you, coaches. Thank you for your dedication and for championing your teams. And for all of the Unified Robotics athletes, Unified Robotics 2020 is about to begin. And I want to really stress three things to each and every one of you. One is to work together. Second is to learn from each other. And the third and most important is have fun. The name of the game in Unified Robotics is teamwork. But I know what most of you came here to learn today. You want to know, but how do I win? Okay, so I'll explain to you how you can win. First of all, Unified Robotics has two categories in 2021. We have Coder Z and we have the Virtual Robotics Toolkit. So two age categories. Now our partners at AtLab and the bosses of the online platforms are going to be walking you through everything you need to know. But they're also going to be unlocking your training missions today. So you're going to have access and you can start working on the platforms as of today. And then first off, this week, we're going to be meeting with all of you to help you get confident and get started on your platforms. So all of our trainings for students are going to happen via Zoom at 3:30 in the afternoon. And for the Virtual Robotics Toolkit students, for all of your teams, we're going to meet with you on February 15th, February 18th, and February 21st. Okay? And for all of you Coder Z teams, we're going to be meeting with you also at 3:30 on Zoom on February 16th and March 2nd. Okay, but how do I win, you ask? Well, the Coder Z teams are going to be competing on Saturday, March 13th for 2 hours. And for those 2 hours, you're going to have a very special competition mission that's going to be unlocked, and you're all going to work live in breakout rooms with your teams. Virtual Robotics Toolkits will compete the next Saturday on March 20th, also for a 2-hour special competition challenge. Now, each category is going to have 5 winners. You're going to have 5th place, 4th place, bronze, silver, and gold winners. But what else can you win? During our competition time, judges are going to be moving in and out of teams' breakout rooms to meet with the teams and get to know them a little bit better and get to know their experience during the last 4 or 5 weeks. So, competition judges are going to be looking for the most inclusive team. So judges will see which teams are really working together and supporting each other. Which teams are ensuring that every member of that team has a role, and how these teams are working together. So we don't want to see teams where 1 or 2 members are submitting all the scores, these high scores, and other team members are struggling and not really completing mini missions. No, if you have a teammate that's lagging behind, you need to stop and help them. So we want to see teams that are working together and moving and progressing through the challenges together. Next, we're going to be looking to crown those teams who have the most creative team spirit. And how we're going to do that is we're going to give you all Zoom background templates. All right? We're going to give those to your coaches, and they're going to provide them to you. And you need to use the template that we provide. That's very, very important. And then we want you to add your team name. If you want to make a team logo, that's fine. Whatever you want to do to decorate that Zoom background to show us exactly how creative and spirited your team is. Now, each team is going to design one background that you're all going to use during the competition. So we're really excited to see your team spirit on your Zoom backgrounds. And lastly, judges will be looking for the teams that give the best presentation, that really excel at telling their story and answering questions. But what we're going to be looking for is a team that involves everyone in that presentation and how well they answer questions and tell their stories to judges. Okay? Now, everything that we've talked about today and everything that my colleagues are going to tell you next is all going to be sent to your coaches in an email this evening. So all of the details of the competition categories, all of the rubrics for both the technical, the Coder-Z and the virtual robotics toolkit platforms, as well as the most inclusive team, the most creative team spirit, and the best presentation. All of these rubrics will be sent to your coaches, along with the templates, Zoom links, and everything you need to know. All right? You can always stick around to the end of our kickoff and ask questions, but also know that everything is coming to you in an email. All right? So now I have talked all about how you as a team can win. And next, my colleague Ahmed is going to walk you through exactly how you can get your whole school involved and win the Fans in the Stands competition. So stay tuned for Ahmed.
Thank you for participating in Unified Robotics Competition 2021. In this video, we're talking about the virtual Fans in the Stands Award, where Special Olympics UAE invites schools to participate and invite their community, which includes the parents of the participating students, the teachers, their colleagues at the school, and the faculty, to come and cheer for their teams in this competition. The judges of the competition will be selecting the top videos submitted to Special Olympics and give them an award at the final ceremony. You can submit the videos at unified.robotics@specialolympics.ae. Good luck!
Hello everyone, I'm Jasper from ArtLab. Nice to meet you all here. I'm sure you all are super excited for the competition. Moving on, we have seasons coming up for the competition. Number 1, the competition season, where the participants will be trained on the platform they are going to work with, and number 2, competition day, where the participants will be given challenge based on which the winners and the runners will be chosen. We have 2 categories for the competition. Number 1, Coder-Z for age group 8 to 11, VRT, Virtual Robotics Toolkit for age group 12 and above. In the competition season, that is the training season for Coder-Z, the participants will be given access to the mission packs like Crystal Crater, Candy Town, and Sketch It, where they have to program the robot to solve the activities in the packs in least time. On the competition day, that is the challenge day, the final pack, the Milky Way, will be released. The participants have to program and solve the given activities. Based on the hints the participants take from the software, time they take to complete the activities, number of time they reset the environment, the average points will be given by the software itself. Adding to the average points, on the competition day, the judges will visit your team in the breakout rooms, where the participants have to present a PPT on their journey to the competition. The rubrics for the game and the judgment round will be given in detail. Moving to the next category, VRT, Virtual Robotics Toolkit. The participants will have to register in the RVG platform. RVG stands for Robot Virtual Games Platform to access the competition season mat. The participants first will be trained on VRT software on how to program a line following robot using sensor. They can check their results on where they stand, time taken to complete the mission, number of rounds taken, so on in the RVG website. On the competition day, the final line following challenge mat will be released, where the participants will have to register for it and then program the robot to reach the finish line in least time. They can check their progress every time in the RVG website. Adding to the points, participants will have to present a PPT to the judges in the breakout room on their journey to the competition. An average score will be calculated on the robot game and the core value PPT, which gives us the winner and runner for the competition. I wish you all the best in the competition. Thank you.
I want to share with you one last award, the Innovate for Inclusion Award. Special Olympics UAE is launching the Innovate for Inclusion Award this year during Unified Robotics 2021. The Innovate for Inclusion Award shines a light on the essence and purpose of Unified Robotics, which is to bring together students of diverse abilities to achieve excellence together as a unified team. The Innovate for Inclusion Award will be given to the school, so it's a school award and not a team award. It will be given to the school that demonstrates in the most compelling manner how STEM and technology-based activities, such as Unified Robotics, are used to promote inclusion within their school. Now, we are really excited to hear about all of the creative ways that STEM and robotics are being used within your school to promote inclusion. And if you're interested in applying for this award, please email us at unified.robotics@specialolympics.ae with the subject line Innovate for Inclusion. And we will be sure to give you all of the award criteria, as well as invite you to a webinar where we will discuss this in detail and answer all of your questions. Thank you.
We have now reached the end of our day. I hope you enjoyed it, learned something new, and got inspired to do more with technology and coding. If you have any questions for our organizing team, please drop them in the chat box here. Thank you very much for attending, and I wish you a great day.
نتمنى التوفيق لجميع الفرق المشاركة في مسابقة الروبوتات الموحدة. شكراً. Thank you very much to all our partners and sponsors in the Unified Robotics competition. We wish everyone the best of luck, and we can't wait to see all your amazing innovations.
نتمنى التوفيق لجميع الفرق المشاركة في برنامج الروبوتات الموحدة. Best wishes to all Unified Robotics teams for a great season.
Good luck to all the Unified Robotics competitors. We know that no matter who wins, you've all put in so much effort into your creations, and we look forward to seeing what you've all achieved.
Lab takes pride in being part of Special Olympics UAE. AtLab wishes all the teams success. Best wishes to all the teams.
أتمنى لجميع المشاركين حظا سعيدة في برنامج الروبوتات الموحدة لهذا الموسم.